Meryl, the engineer's okay.
That's a relief.
I want you to look after him. Where are you now?
Very close.
There she is! Over there!
Oh no! Damn, they spotted me!
Meryl, what happened?
Snake, Meryl's been spotted by the guards. Where are you?
I'm in another one of the nuclear warhead storage buildings.
That building is used for assembling the housing of the nuclear weapons. You don't need to worry about warheads in there, so you can still use your weapons. Meryl is under attack in the interrogation room. Hurry, you have to get to her, before the enemy capture her.
Damn it, Liquid Snake just entered the building. Colonel, it looks like he's inspecting the nuclear weapon housing.
What? Liquid Snake's there? Snake, if you can take out Liquid, you could end this whole thing right here. Try to stop Liquid, but Snake, please, save Meryl. Hurry.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Shatter Dice Plays Metal Gear Solid, the board game. And today we are playing another VR mission. And in this stage, our objective is to maneuver both Snake and Meryl, since we are playing with two characters, to different areas of the map. So in this zone, we have Snake, who needs to reach the elevator and get himself to event token A, which is over here on this floor where Meryl begins. Now Meryl needs to get to another map tile using the elevator over here, which is not set up yet because there isn't enough room on my table. And she has to get to event token B. And once both characters are on their respective event tokens, that will be the mission complete. So in this stage, we have a Liquid Snake as our VR boss, who is here inspecting the dismantled warheads and making sure they are all safely deactivated, which means weapons will be usable in the nuke building, unlike the last time we were here. So that's everything we need set up, so we can just start playing. So the first thing Snake is going to do is he's going to spend an action to equip his trusty cardboard box. Replace him with the box miniature. So this limits the actions he can do, but he can still dash. So we are going to dash, dash, and then we are going to dash one more time to here. So we will do our noise check. So we do draw attention, so we are going to use our focus reroll to reroll this die. Roll it on camera, and it's a 6, so we don't draw attention. And that's Snake's turn done. So now we will move on to Meryl. So Meryl is going to dash, dash, dash. And then she wants to do a combo attack on this guard. So she's going to use her focus token to allow her to gain +1 action. So she can do a combo attack instead of just a hand-to-hand action. And she gets a 4, a 3, and a 2. Which, luckily for us, does 2 damage to this guard and knocks him out. Okay, and that's the end of the turn. So we will draw our guard order card. Now nobody radios in. The cameras do change their facing, so it goes from orange to green. And then we have our movement, so 4 spaces and turn right. So this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And this guard down here will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's our order card done. So these guards will move 4 and turn to their right. So the maps are oriented this way, so this will be the first one to activate. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn to his right. Liquid will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn to his right. And then this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we may as well start with Meryl since we're over here. So she needs to spend 2 actions to gain a disguise. So she will spend her 2 actions and will replace her figure with her disguised figure. So while Meryl is in disguise, the guards will treat her like a guard. So basically they won't be alerted by her, provided she doesn't draw attention while in line of sight of a guard or camera, so long as she doesn't place her alert token on the board, and if she performs any action other than sneak, dash or focus in line of sight of a guard or camera, which is very important. They have to have line of sight to her, so she can still shoot people or attack them, but she has to do it while she's out of line of sight. Any of those get breached, then she loses her disguise. Also, if a guard is in line of sight to her and adjacent, then she rolls 2 white dice, as we can see here on this card. And if she draws an attention token, she draws the guard's attention. So that was 2 actions. So she is going to take it slow, and she is going to sneak, and then sneak again. Now we do want to take out Liquid here, so that's going to reflect how we play Snake. So what Snake will do is he is just going to sneak in his box. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that is that done. So we'll draw another guard order card. Okay, so they radio in. So over in the cell block, another guard will spawn. Which we'll do that in a minute. We'll do this one first. The cameras remain facing green, which is unfortunate for Snake. But the guards will now activate. So they're going to move 3 and turn to their right again. So this one goes 1, 2, 3. And then he turns to his right. So unfortunately for us, this guard will turn to face that way. Oh, and this is very unfortunate for us, because Liquid is going to go 1, 2, 3 and turn right. Oh no, we are just lucky enough there, because the cardboard box rule tells us that if a guard ends its move in an adjacent space facing you, replace the cardboard box with your figure. But in this game, adjacency is the cardinal directions, not diagonal. So thankfully Liquid doesn't find us. Not just yet anyway. And then this guard will go 1, 2, 3. So Snake's in a pretty precarious position there. And then we'll just move the camera out for this last guard, who will go 1, 2, 3. So over in the interrogation room, the first thing that happens is a new guard is spawned. And then all of the guards are going to move 3 and turn to their right. So he will actually be the first one to activate. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn to his right. And this one will go 1, 2, 3. And then it's back to Meryl and Snake's turn. So Meryl is going to go sneak, 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 sneak. And she is just going to stand there, posing as a patrolling guard. So Snake can't really move here, because he's in line of sight of Liquid. But we could... No, I think we're going to play it carefully with Snake for now. He's going to use 2 actions to refresh his focus token. And then he is just going to wait there. So we'll draw our guard order card. So cameras are still facing the same. So move 3 and turn to the right, to the left, sorry. So we're going to move 3 and turn to the left. So we'll start with Liquid. 1, 2, 3. And then this guy. 1, 2, 3. And then lastly, this guard down here will go 1, 2, 3. And then it is back to Snake and Meryl's turn. So Liquid is in a perfect position here for Snake to perform a silent takedown on him. Unfortunately, VR bosses are immune to silent takedowns. So we are going to have to just attack him. So we're definitely going to put up our alert token here. But we might be able to, with a bit of luck, we might be able to do this quietly. But I doubt it. So what we're going to do is dash behind him. And then Snake's going to pop out of his cardboard box. And he's going to try and end this whole thing here by taking out Liquid. So he's going to use 2 actions to do a combo attack on him. Okay, we've got a 4, a 3 and a 2. And Liquid has a defense of 3. So because of his I Work Alone ability, Snake can turn this 2 into a 3 and actually do 3 damage to Liquid. But we're not going to do that. We're actually going to leave that as a 2 because Liquid only has... Oh no, Liquid has 4 health. My mistake. So we are going to do that. So Liquid has the Fox Die special ability. Liquid is not defeated when he takes damage equal to or exceeding his health. Instead, roll 1 damage for each skull token on his dashboard. If an exclamation point is rolled, he is defeated. Otherwise, discard all damage on his dashboard and place 1 skull token on it. So basically, Liquid gets 1 of these each time we kill him, and then we have to roll a white die. And if it's an exclamation point, he dies. But he doesn't start with any skull tokens on him, so we don't roll any dice for that. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to knock him out. We're definitely going to get seen. So we may as well just use our last action to attack him with a hand-to-hand attack. And it's a 6. So it's a hit. And that's Snake done. Now, because he didn't defeat Liquid by the end of his turn, his alert token goes on the board, and the guards in this zone are alerted. So it's Meryl's turn, and the safest thing for her to do is to try and get to this space. So she's going to dash, and then sneak twice, and hopefully we don't roll an alert symbol. Oh, and double 6, we don't. So it's then the guard's turn. Now, because Meryl is not adjacent to a guard facing her, because remember, diagonal isn't adjacent in this game, she should be safe from the guards. So we draw their order card, and we have move 3 and turn right. There's no skull tokens on the board. The camera facing flips, so it goes back to orange. Okay, and the guards will then move. So we should be going this way with the guards. So this one is going to go 1, 2, 3 and turn right. This one is going to go 1, 2, 3, and that's his only path, so he'll go that way. And this one is going to go 1, 2, 3. So that's worked out perfectly for Meryl. Let's see how things go for Snake. So over here, Snake is on alert, which means the guards are all going to be coming for him. So this first guard is just going to move to there, and then he's going to shoot at Snake. And he gets a 3 and a 2. So Snake really can't afford to take any damage, so he's going to use his -2 focus token to turn this into a 1. And then of course it'll be Liquid's turn. So Liquid will turn to face his brother, and Liquid Snake has the ability 1-2 punch. So when he attacks a player from adjacent space, he attacks with +1 die. So Liquid actually rolls 3 dice, so we probably shouldn't have got that close to him. So Liquid will attack Snake. Okay, so he misses with 1. We need to take as little damage as possible, so we are going to re-roll one of his dice and hope for a better result. And it's a 1, so lucky us, Snake only takes 1 damage. And then the guards on alert are moving up to 4 spaces, so he is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. But luckily, he can't get a shot at Snake. So it's now back to Snake's turn, and since we are on alert, well, I think the best thing for us to do is just do as much damage as possible and then get out of here. So Snake is going to go dash. He will use his focus token for a free sneak action. Get into there. And then with his second action, he's going to shoot at Liquid with his pistol. So 2 won't be enough. But we can add 1 to that using Snake's I Work Alone ability. So it becomes a 3, which is a hit. And that puts our 3rd point of damage on Liquid. So Liquid gains another skull token, and then we roll 1 white die for that skull token, and then if we don't knock him out, we add another skull token to his dashboard. And we actually knocked him out straight away. So that couldn't have gone any better. So that skull token goes on the map as Snake knocks out Liquid. So that's only 2 actions we've spent, so we might as well do as much damage as we can. So with our 3rd action, so we are going to fire the Nikita rocket launcher and hope to get this guy. So we place this missile on the board. A 1 and a 5. So we can add 2 to that with our focus token, if we want to. But I'm not sure we want to. So we're just going to move it 1. And then we're going to use our 4th action to fire again, or to move the missile again. That gives us a 3 and a 2, which is perfect. So the missile goes 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to rotate it, and we're going to smash it into this guy. So we roll 3 white dice. So we've got a potential to do 3 damage to him here. And we do 2 damage, but that's enough to take him out. So that guard is defeated. And that marks the end of Snake's turn. So Liquid Snake has been defeated, and it is now Meryl's turn. Let's just hope Snake can get himself out of that jam he's in. So Meryl's turn is going to be really easy. She's going to sneak, 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 and then spend 1 action to call the elevator. So the elevator comes down and rests there. And then we will draw our guard order card. So they radio in, because there's 3 there now, so we don't need to worry about that. But it will be bad for Snake. So the cameras change their facing again to green. And then the guards do their patrol. So we'll start with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he turns to his left. And this guy will go 1, 2, immediately flip around. 3, 4. So lucky he didn't get adjacent to Meryl, or line of sight to her. And this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4 and turn left. And then he will be curious about this. So we're back in the nuke building, and the guards radio in. So we spawn a guard up here. And then this guard, of course, is alerted by Snake. We'll actually begin with this guard moving. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this guard is going to shoot at Snake. And he actually misses with both shots. So that's good for us. So Snake, he's probably better off taking this guard out. So what he's going to do, the cameras are on green, so he's just going to head straight down here with a dash. And then he's going to fire his second Nikita rocket at this guard. So as long as one of these two dice roll more than a 1, we're fine. Yeah, so 3 and a 6. That's definitely enough to take care of him. So the Nikita rocket shoots into him. We roll our 3 dice. Yeah, which is definitely enough to take him out. Oh, I forgot to put a token down for that other guard. I killed him there, didn't I? So this guard explodes. And that's 2 actions done. And then Snake has already got the alarm triggered, so there's no point worrying about this camera. So we're just going to dash, and then dash again. His alert token will still be there. So Meryl is going to go sneak, sneak, activate the elevator. So Meryl arrives in the blast furnace, and she needs to get down here. She's going to stand there. She's going to stay there just in case this guard comes around this way. So she's just going to end her turn there. And then we'll draw our guard order card. So the cameras flip to orange. And then the guards patrol 5 spaces turning left. So the orientation of this board, the activation is going that way. So this guard goes first. 1, 2, 3, turns left. 4, 5, turns left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. You can only turn that way. 3, 4, 5. So up here, there are no KO'd guards because we killed them all. This guard is going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Head towards the alert token. And then it's back to Snake and Meryl's turn. So Snake is going to dash. And then he's going to dash again. So his alert token follows him to here. And then he has 2 actions left. And now he's out of line of sight of this camera. So what he's going to do is dash, and then he will equip his cardboard box with his 4th action. So that is just an innocent little box sat in the corner and nothing to worry about. Oh, he did dash though, didn't he? 4 times. That's unfortunate. Oh well, that's okay. We'll deal with that. So unfortunately, Snake's alert token is still on him. So Meryl is in a bit of trouble over here because of the positioning of all these guards. So Meryl is going to spend 2 actions to refresh her free action ability. And then we've got plenty of time because Snake is nowhere near his position yet. So we are going to just stay there for now and let the guards pass us by and use a bit of patience. So we'll draw our guard order card. Okay, so the guards radio in, which is no problem for Meryl. So the camera facing's changed to green. And the guards patrol 4 spaces and turn to their right. So we'll start with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. He can only go that way. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately, he turns that way. So it might be another turn of waiting for Meryl here. So over in the nuke building, the first thing we do is spawn another guard. So a guard appears here. And then they are going to move 6 spaces. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he doesn't have line of sight to Snake, but he does have line of sight to his alert token. Yeah, this was an unfortunate turn of events. So I think Snake might have to shoot his way out of here. Yeah, the first thing Snake is going to do is he's going to shoot at this guard here. So we only need a 3 to hit him, and we get a 4. So that's 1 damage on the guard. And then we'll use our second action to shoot him again. And we get a 6, so we take out that guard. That's another skull token on the board. And then he's got 2 actions left. So he's going to dash and then dash again. So we see if our noise check fails, and it doesn't, so our token stays down here. And then we will go back to Meryl. So for Meryl, it's just going to be another turn of waiting until these guards are in better positions. So we'll draw our guard order card. Okay, so radio in, camera facing changes again, back to orange. And the guards will move 4 spaces and turn to their left. Luckily for us, this should be okay. So this guard goes first, 1, 2, 3, and then he leapfrogs him, so he actually moves to there. Now this guard will move 4, but because he lands on one of these spaces, he goes 1, 2, immediately about faces, and then goes 3, 4. And then this last guard goes 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, the first thing that happens is they radio in, so another guard appears. They move 5 spaces towards the alert token, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Snake is going to dash. Then he's going to sneak. Not that it matters. Because his alert token will be on him. Now Snake wants to call this elevator. But Meryl is actually stood on the elevator. And because Meryl is stood on the elevator in a different zone, we don't want to bring it here and draw any unwanted attention to ourselves. So Snake is actually going to have to try and hold his he's going to try and hold his position here and coordinate with Meryl. So he's going to shoot at this guard. With a 4, that's a hit. And with a 6, that's a hit. So that was his last 2 actions. But he's taken down another guard. We'll go back over to Meryl. And Snake needs that elevator, and we are making a hell of a lot of noise up in the nuke building. It's kind of not much of a sneaking mission at this point, it's more of a mass murder mission. So I think what Meryl is going to do is we really need to get this guard out of our way. So what she's going to do is she's going to move to here for her first action, and then with her second action she's going to use her stun grenade. So target a space in line of sight within 5 spaces. Replace each guard within 2 spaces in line of sight of the target space with a knocked out token. Then discard this card. And it's loud, so she will draw attention. But hopefully that won't be much of an issue. So when she throws that, she loses her disguise. And she gains her alert token. But this guard is knocked out. And thankfully it has no effect on Meryl. So Meryl has moved and then thrown her stun grenade. So she has 2 actions left. She's going to dash to there. And then she has made 2 noisy actions, so she has to roll 2 white dice. And thankfully she doesn't draw any attention. So we just need to hope that the guard order card is nice to us. So we draw our guard order card. It is. So they radio in, which means another guard appears down here. The camera facing has changed to green. And then the alert mode is activated. So this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he will look at Meryl and shoot at her, and dealing her 1 damage. And of course her alert token moves to here now. Then this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then over in Snake's zone, we will spawn a new guard. We will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guard will go 2, 3, 4 to there. So Snake can finally get out of here. So he's going to use an action to call the elevator. So the elevator comes back from the blast furnace. Thankfully Snake is not in line of sight of anyone. So when he moves into here with a dash, his token stays there. In fact, we're going to play it safe. Snake is going to sneak, then sneak again. And then he's going to use his last action to move the elevator. As the Snake arrives in, this will once again become active, but he has not got any actions left, so it will be straight on to Meryl's turn. So she's going to use her first action to spend a bullet from her FAMAS. 2 2s. That's not good, is it? But she does have a +2 and a +1 token, so she's going to use both of her +2 and +1 focus tokens to turn those into a 3 and a 5, which does 2 damage to this guard and kills him. And then with her 3 remaining actions, she's going to sprint. She's going to dash, should I say. So she's going to use 2 sneak actions, and then she's going to use her free action focus token to sneak again to there. So she only has to roll 1 die. So we draw our guard order card. Okay, so in the infirmary, that guard will wake up, which we drew one of these earlier, didn't we? The camera switched to orange, which is good for Snake. It doesn't affect Meryl, really. And then these guards are going to move 5 spaces. So he is going to go 1, 2, and he'll land on that, drawing a guard reaction card. So he says, hey, wake up. Remove the stun token and spawn 1 guard in his space. Well, he was in the space, so we will place him here. That's a good point. They have to stand on the token, but it then says spawn 1 guard in its place. But what happens to the other guard? So I guess we just get the choice of where to place them. It usually comes down to player choice in such situations. So now it's onto this guy. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or in fact, I don't know whether he'd activate or not now. Well, we'll just let him activate. 2, 3, 4. So he lands on the alert token. And we have got... They couldn't have gotten far. If the player's in the same zone, flip the alert token to its investigation side and place it under the figure. Otherwise, remove the alert token. Okay, well that could have been worse. But it could have been a whole lot better. So over in the interrogation room, this should actually be on 1 star because I believe it flipped over earlier. So now he would get up and become a guard. And it's up to us which way he faces when he stands up. So we're going to have him facing this way. And then the cards activate. So this card will go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. He'll leapfrog him. And then 1, 2, 3. This guard will go 1, 2, 3. So it's then Snake's turn. So Snake is going to play it relatively safe. We can get past that camera without being seen. So we're going to go sneak, 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 sneak to there. And then we'll go and see what Meryl does. So Meryl really wants to get out of line of sight of this token. So she is going to dash once and then sneak 3 times to get to her finish token. So we just need to get Snake to that token A now. And she doesn't make any noise, thankfully. So we draw a guard order card. Okay, so for every 3 skulls in the entire play area, we remove the top guard order card. So there were 5 in the nuke building, and there's 1 here. So that means we reveal the top 2 guard order cards. I don't think we resolve them though. It just says reveal. So that would be that one, and that would be that one. And they go to the bottom of the deck. And then the camera facing changes, so it goes back to green. And the guards move 4 spaces. So he's the closest guard. Start with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he is going to follow his patrol path when it's his turn. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So then because this guy is not the closest guard, he is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we start with this guard, who is going to move 4 and turn to his left. So he will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And because he's got an opportunity for 2 paths, he's actually going to turn left and head back on himself. Then this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he'll rotate to his left, and once again he's got 2 paths, so he's going to start heading back this way. And this last guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. So Snake's turn. He is going to sneak twice to here. And then he is going to refresh his free sneak action and his free +2 action. Now technically it would be Meryl's turn, but she's just going to stay exactly where she is. So we'll resolve the guard order card up here first. Okay, so there's nobody on the board who's stunned. The camera flips to orange. And the guards are going to patrol. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think they can actually leapfrog as many guards as there are, so he zooms right down to there. And then he will go 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn around. He will go 1, 2, 3, 4. So over in Meryl's zone, the guards are going to move 4 and turn to their right. So this guard will move 1 Well, actually, he doesn't go first. This guard does. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this guard, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then he is going to stand on the token and draw a reaction card. So his reaction is, must be my imagination. Remove the question mark. If there are no other attention tokens in this zone and there is an empty space behind the active guard, rotate them 180 degrees. Now that's pretty good. So that sends him walking back that way. So while we're here, we're going to do Meryl's turn. But I don't think there's any chance this guard is going to get all the way down here. So Meryl is actually going to just refresh her +1 and +2 focus tokens, and any other focus tokens she has used. And then we go back to Snake's zone. So Snake is going to sneak, 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 and then he will refresh his -2 focus token. That's him done. So we'll draw our guard order card and see what happens. So there's nobody stunned. Camera's changed to green. That's good for us. And then these guys are all going to move 5 and turn to their left. So we start with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I sure wish I'd given Snake a stun grenade. We can't risk leapfrogging all those guards, we'll get shot to pieces. So Snake is going to refresh his reroll for 2 actions. Then he is going to hide in his cardboard box. And then he just won't use his last action. And then over on Meryl's side of the board, she isn't going to move, so I'm only going to... she's not going to do anything, so I'm only going to put the camera over there if the guards do anything. So no change in the cameras, so they're still on green, no stuns, move 3 and turn left. Okay, so we start with this guy, who will go 1, 2, 3, and then he turns to his left, so he's going to turn this way. Now, lucky for us, he will only become suspicious of the box if he's facing the box. So he just stands there. And then the next guard, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and he will turn to look that way because he can't turn to his left. And he will go 1, 2, 3 and turn to his left. And then on Meryl's side of the board, I never resolved this, did I? So, it's a bit of a mess up, but that was quite a long time ago. I completely forgot about that. So we'll have this guard resolve that. So this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then he turns to his left. So he rotates back on himself. He will go 1, 2, 3, draw a reaction card. So send reinforcements. Remove the skull, then spawn 1 guard on each. Oh wow, well that's not good. In each active zone. So a new guard appears in Snake's area as well. So there's 1 there, and 1 over Snake's zone. But they don't activate this turn at least. So this guard will move his 3 spaces, 1, 2, 3, and then that's done in Meryl's area. So we go back to Snake, who's just stuck here again. So I think we're just going to have to fight through these guys. We're going to use our free sneak token to move back 1 to here. And then we're going to fire our last shot from the Nikita at this guy. Yep, so we rolled enough for our Nikita missile to hit him. And then it hits everyone adjacent as well, so it'll get this guy 2. So that's 2 damage on both of them. So they're both dead. And of course, Snake has his alert token appear on the board. So that's 2 actions. With his 3rd action, he's going to dash. And then with his fourth action, he's going to dash again, leapfrogging this guard, which means this guard gets to take a shot at him. But he rolls a 2 and a 1, so lucky for us. Snake doesn't take any damage from that. And then Meryl is going to continue to do nothing, so no change in the cameras. Okay, so 4 spaces. So we start with this guy who will shoot at Snake again. 3 and a 4. So we're going to use Snake's -2 focus token to turn that into a 2. So he only takes 1 damage. And the other guards will move 4 spaces towards him. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So over in Meryl's area, the guards move 3 spaces and turn to their left. So I'm not going to bother putting that on camera. So Meryl's in no danger of being seen in her area. And then it's back to Snake's turn. So Snake is going to use all 4 of his actions to dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. And then we draw our guard order card, which we're now onto the red bordered cards. So hopefully it's not game over, and it's not. The guards move 5 spaces. Oh, I think Snake's token would have actually ended there. But we would need to have rolled, wouldn't we, for his making noise. So this guard is going to go 1, 2, stand on here, draw a reaction card, man down, remove the skull token, then reveal the top card of the guard order deck. Oh. So thankfully it's not game over. Then this guard, he isn't facing that token, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, chase after Snake, and then he will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And in Meryl's zone, the guards just move 2 spaces. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So Meryl's still safe. And thankfully we are back to Snake's turn. And we can finally land on that A token.
Colonel, I've reached the interrogation room, but Meryl's not here.
It's okay, Snake. Meryl just contacted me by codec. She managed to give the guards the slip. She's currently hiding out in the blast furnace, but she says she'll link up with you outside the commander's office. That's not far from where you are, Snake. Hurry. Link up with Meryl, and then continue the mission.
Well, that took us a long time. And that is that. They both get to their respective locations. We successfully defeated Liquid. And the stage is cleared. So, let's see what we unlock for doing that. So when we clear this stage, we get equipment card 32. There we go, there it is, right near the back. So card 32 is a suppressor. Oh, a rifle suppressor. Attached to a rifle. Ignore loud on the rifle with the suppressor attached. Okay, that's pretty cool. That'll be handy for Meryl. And then we also defeated Liquid. So for defeating Liquid, we get equipment card 25. Which is... Oh, it's an assault rifle. Oh no, this is one that's got 6 bullets with it. Yes, it's the same as Meryl's, but it's got 6 shots. And that means Snake can have an assault rifle now as well. Oh, nice, that couldn't have worked better. Now I think, because the suppressor is a weapon attachment, I don't think it takes up space in our inventory. I'll have to look through the rules for that, because I don't recall seeing any rule about weapon attachments, but we'll find out. So that is the end of that stage. Quite a long one, that. And Snake will call Mei Ling and save his progress, and I will see you in the next one.
What can I do for you, Snake?